Get ready for all the highlights of Valley High School football. It's time for Action 4 Sports Sunday Sports Extra.
Hello and welcome to Sunday Sports Extra, the final one to deal with the regular season of the Valley High School football. And now it's time to get on to the playoffs. And joining me, guess what? It is Action 4 Sports reporter Brendan Fitzgerald. It is from 956sports.com. It is Jake Berry and it is Greg Selber. Guys, let's go ahead, get into the playoffs, but let's start by recapping what happened last night and what happened with Los Fresnos in the last game of the regular season against Brownsville Porter. Well, Los Fresnos taking it to the ground again. You never know whether this team's going to take what the defense gives them. They can go to the ground, they can go to the air. Of course, Mark Gonzalez of Porter, definitely one of the most underrated players this year. Too bad we won't see his high-flying aerial attack in the playoffs. But it was about Los Fresnos. It was about Galarza. Big game as Los Fresnos goes ahead and wins. And now, who's the next team that they will take on? Well, you know who it is. It is the Cardinals of Harlingen. They have gone 10-0 for 3 straight seasons. Have not lost to a Valley team since 2008. Haven't lost to a Valley team in the playoffs since 2007. That team happens to be the Los Fresnos Falcons. But after the big win against PSJ Memorial, Coach Manny Garza looking forward to the playoffs.
I'm definitely going to enjoy the 10-0, man. I tell you what, it's a lot of hard work and that these kids have put in, but you know, it's a great feat, man. It's difficult to do it at any level, and at 31-5A especially. A good group of kids, man. It's the best team that I've been around at Harlingen. Don't get me wrong, I've been around some great teams, but the character of this team is priceless, man. What these kids bring to the table.
We will see what the Cardinals bring to the table. Let's go ahead and look ahead. If any of you players are out there watching this show, please turn away. Your coaches do not want to hear us going ahead of the next game in the schedule, but here we go. Harlingen takes on Los Fresnos 4 o'clock on Saturday. Then Harlingen, if they win, will take on the Donna Del Rio winner. Then who in the third week? Could it be San Antonio Wagner or San Antonio Warren, one of the two? And then who knows in the 4th round? Could it be Converse Judson? Might it be another Valley team? Could it be Sharyland or San Benito? Guys, this Division II playoffs, this road is it's not that tough considering to what McAllen Memorial has to go through. Later on, we'll talk about that gauntlet that's in their bracket. But Greg, let's talk with you. Harlingen, what do we look forward to from them in the playoffs?
Well, I guess the first thing they need to do is make sure they take care of business, obviously. You know, they'll be a heavy favorite in the first round. I assume if they end up playing Del Rio or Donna in the second round, they'll be a prohibitive favorite there. They just need to play football. You know, I'll tell you one thing that really impresses me about them. They're making their extra points. I know it sounds silly, but on the other hand, they didn't last year.
No.
They block a lot of punts. They make a lot of special teams plays. I think Nathan Prado is one of the most underrated kids in the Valley, man. He is about this close to blocking every kick any team gets off.
Well, I mean, we got to look at it that Harlingen's going to be the favorite going all the way through, don't we, Jake?
I think so, and I think the last couple of games have actually prepared them because they've been scored on early, you know, and they've come back and killed all the other teams. But you know, they've had a chance to actually have at least some tiny amount of adversity at the beginning of a game.
Your thoughts on Harlingen as they can make the playoffs?
Well, I think that for a long time they've been saying that this is the year that they can make that run to the state title, and sometimes you need some luck, and it looks like the way the playoff bracket is broken down, maybe this is the year because of how things have shifted in their favor with who they get to play.
Yeah, I mean, let's not make any bones about it. If San Antonio Warren or San Antonio Wagner or Converse Judson would be a tough draw for a Harlingen team, but it would not be an impossible draw. It would not be a draw that they would fear.
I don't think either one of those teams is that much better than Stevens was last year. Warren's got 1 loss. It was to Brandeis by a point. They're a pretty solid team, are the Warriors. Wagner's pulled off some big wins, including over Judson, if I recall. So neither one of those teams is chopped liver, but they're not 10-0 teams. If you look at their bracket, who's the only undefeated team in the bracket? It's Harlingen.
It's Harlingen. They're the only one.